Hello. I hope we're live, and I hope this time we have the latency problem worked out. I have been working to get it worked out. I'm so sorry about how fuzzy it looks when people join the replay. This is a problem. I'm going to wait a minute for the folks who ask questions to join. Happy 2nd September session. God, for a second there, I forgot what month it was. Okay. Earlier today, I forgot what year it was. So I knew what day it was. Okay. I'm going to jump right into questions. Our first question is, first, I'm going to read, thank you. First off, I want to thank you for my, thank you, comma, my anxiety has disappeared and my relationships have returned to normal. So clearly this stuff is working. So thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate the feedback. So the question today is, please help me with abundance in the money area, and how do you see me making this money? So my guided meditation today is going to be to expand receiving. Now, I know you guys, you mean abundance in money, but what they're talking about is receiving in general. I noticed that myself, that sometimes we don't receive in other areas of our life, even though we want money. We are not receiving help from others. We are not receiving connection from others. We are not receiving communion with others. And yet we want to receive money. It's all connected. So when we block off some areas of our life, we are blocking off all areas of our life. So today we're going to have a meditation to open our root, to help us receive the energy from the earth, and then open our sacral chakra to help us receive the energy of creation, and then open our solar plexus so we can basically, it's not open it, but balance our solar plexus so we can stop focusing on our navels, literally, and get our heads up and look and see what's around. And we all do it. When we feel pain, we look at why do you think so many sensitive people have digestive problems? Hey, it's our solar plexus. They're processing the energy of emotions and what's going on in the world around us. So with that first question, how do I see you making this money? Okay, the word that came up is creative endeavor. This one is very creative and has a creative mind, and yet she has not allowed herself to receive the abundance of this creativity. She has put judgment upon it, as in, not good enough. Okay, this one is very creative. She's creative in, it's not networking, but connections. There's a difference. I don't know what the difference is between networking and connections, but there is a difference. And they say your gift is in connecting. Like this one is connected to this one, which is connected to that one, which is connected to that one, but doesn't need to be connected to this one. I hope that makes sense. I got hair in my mouth, sorry. It's the liability of having hair, right? So they're saying that this one is very good at creativity and connection. So when you are, it could be where you see a need, fill a need, is what they're saying. Where there is a disconnection, you're very good at finding connections. So when you see a need, fill a need. You're very creative, and yet you poo-poo this part of your life a lot. Just saying. But we will talk about opening ourselves to abundance of all things. All right, they say circle back and talk more about how we close ourselves off. Okay. And that's in relation to this one's closing off our creativity. At some point in her young life, she was told that either girls don't have the right to independent thinking, or boys are better at creating, or something to that effect, that girls must wait to be told how they can help the creator, which is hilarious. But she follows that rule, so therefore she cuts off her own stuff so she can stand behind a penis, so to speak. She's doing her job. She's towing the party line. She is helping other people. And what they're saying is maybe you can find a partner if you don't feel comfortable, being point. But you're very, very good at connections, not networking, but helping one person connect in a way to something they need, or helping a group of people connect with their members, or you're just very good at creating connections between separates. And however that looks to you, that's how it's going to be. I hope that helps. So our next question is, it's over here. I'm taking them in order. I would like to ask what I need to know about my desire to bond in a new relationship and the fears that are coming up based on past experiences. What am I really fearing, and is any of this to my benefit? You mean, is the fear to your benefit? No. Is the relationship to your benefit? They're saying, meh. It's like an also ran. It is not your one and only. It is this relationship is good because you got a fish on the line, but this one's not your other half either. Think of this relationship as a training wheel. Getting back on. You're going to ride the gentle pony before you get back on the bronc. That's what they want you to think of this. Just take all the attachments out of this relationship and let it follow. Just sit back and watch it follow its course. Get in there and have fun with it, and it will get you out and help you open up to your actual other half. This is your training wheel relationship. And yeah, there's fears because this one's not your other half, is what they're saying. Your gut is telling you, don't jump in too deep with this one. He doesn't fit. He isn't a match. And then your brain is going, oh my God, he's a life raft. I must connect with him because I really, really need a connection, which is true. And this goes back to, where in your life are you disconnecting yourself? And here's a place where you're disconnecting yourself, connecting with other people. And connecting with people helping you, connecting with creativity, connecting with abundance, connecting with all. It's like, if you decide that you don't want to receive in some area of your life, you are deciding you don't want to receive in all areas of your life, unfortunately. And this is quite common with highly sensitive people because we tend to not want to receive. We have been receiving quite enough. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask today if there's a way that we can set the the inflowing to inflow precise. Yeah, there is. That's what they just said. There is. There is a way to set the inflow. Like set the screens so what we want comes in and what we don't want doesn't come in. Yeah, they said it's perfectly acceptable. It's perfectly allowed. It's all based on frequency. Really? Yeah, it is. So the screens are based on frequency. Just like, how you don't like to receive uncomfortable things. You don't like to receive, dirty, smelly things. So you've set up your screens to not want to receive those things. And so they don't come into your life very often. At least I hope not. So this is just one more thing we're going to delineate our screens on. I hope that one helps. All right, and our last question today, and remember guys, ask questions. Yes, this one's job related. Do I have a shot for a job with Delta? No. You always ask easy questions. It's not Delta, but it is of that ilk. Lots of rejection letters, yeah. I get it. I'm looking at this. Where in life does this one fit? Okay, this one fits in making the cogs fit into making the wheels fit into the cogs. hope that understands. It's like making the things, the turning things mesh. And Delta's culture is not for you, but there are other airlines who would have a culture that was more to your liking. They are unfortunately based on the other side of the United States from where you are currently residing. But that doesn't matter. Alaska Air springs to mind. If you want to work for an airline in that capacity, right now you're just grabbing at straws. So what they're suggesting is decide who you want to be, and then thank the universe for giving you that position. For example, you are absolutely fabulous at, like they just said, is making cogs and wheels fit so they run smoothly. So where would smoothing the impediments to forward motion be most useful? Logistics, right? So somewhere in logistics might be your place. And so UPS springs to mind. Their air division. FedEx, their air division. There are many places where you are very good at making slot A fit into tab B. That's just what they say you're very good at. The things that you're not good at is trusting the people you work with, receiving them just for what they are. It's a basic lack of trusting their intentions towards you. You're expecting, and it's not uncommon, very common with humans. I was having a long conversation with a woman of color today, and she was talking about her parents taught her specifically never to trust any white people. And I'm wondering where in the world other people have learned, specifically taught by their parents, not to trust other people. That's a very common thing. Don't trust anybody outside the family. Don't trust people. All people are going to hurt you. Don't trust, don't trust. So look at that. Look at where you have a set overriding rule that says any human that is in my vicinity that is not related to me, and even the people who are related to me, are not to be trusted. And by the way, while I'm at it, I can't even trust myself, damn it. Check that rule. Because that thing that's getting in your way. I know you're probably laughing right now. Because when you look at it, it is pretty ridiculous. But that's the one you got to check. Yeah. You're super great at, making tab A fit into slot B. Smoothly. You can see potential problems before they happen once you learn your job and nip them in the bud. I'd put that on your resume. You're very good at so logistics might be a place where you can look. Worldwide shipping is a big deal. International shipping is big deal. Fraught with problems, especially now that we have issues that we will not talk about. Right, they say it's time. It's time. They want me to sing again today, which is good because I haven't been singing at all lately. All right, they say, ladies, it's time to sit quietly. Notice your connection with your feet to the earth, your butt to the earth, your hands to your body, or if you're, lying down on the surface that you're lying down on. Just notice where you touch in a gravity way. Notice how gravity feels and works on your body. Like, let the places that are bottommost feel heavy. So in my case, it's my feet and my butt, and where I have my hands resting on my knee, on my legs, on the crease of my legs. Right. Now we'd like you to notice your bottommost energy. Bottommost energy center. So that would be just below your crotch, right around the area of your crotch, which is why they want you to notice the sittingness of your body. Feel the weight. Feel the energy as it flows just below you. Because that is our most powerful spot, as my husband notices. It's always so warm down there. Yes, I know, honey. That's the point of it. So, yes, notice the heat and the warmth that you can generate. Now, from there, imagine that beautiful, beautiful center of energy is colored red. And you can turn on the laser of redness and shoot it straight down into the earth and plug it in. Boom. Keep going. Just plug it in. And now that it's plugged in, I want you to ratchet open the rheostat and make that beam twice as wide as it is, twice as big. Allow that power to be big. And you'll notice that it automatically wants to shoot up past your root chakra. It's like it wants to erupt straight through your body. Let it go. Let it erupt straight through your body. And notice where it starts getting difficult. Some people, it may want to stop around the stomach or the heart or the throat. But if it goes all the way up through your body, cool. But notice if it is bypassing your chakra areas. Are there areas where it isn't touching right through the middle? I'll bet there is. All right, we're going to set that aside for a second. And we're going to move back to the red circle of your root chakra. And we're going to speak to it. We're going to say these words. I love and trust my connection with my body, the earth, and the truth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can repeat this as much as you choose. I love and trust my connection with my body and the earth and the truth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is located just in that red circle center, just below your pelvis, just outside your body, and it peeks in just a little bit into the lower part of your pelvic floor. It can fill up your whole pelvic, the foramen, pelvic foramen, the part that has the babies come out of it. There you go. Let it get big. Let it get firm. Let it get powerful. Yeah, feels pretty good. Makes you want to smile when you let that thing get big. Let the power of that root just turn on. And just say how much you love it and you trust it and you celebrate it and you're thankful and you are allowing it to be the firm and truthful connection with all that is within our Mother, the Earth. Very, very nice. And now I'd like you to move just a little tiny bit up to the golden center, or the orangey gold center, the uterus in women, the center, the sacral center of creation. Many people may notice that it feels either too big or too small or not balanced in with the other light. Imagine that you can open a door between the two. Almost like, the doors separating hotel rooms. Open up that door and allow that energy of the root to fill the red light, to fill the golden area. And it's almost like the sun shining into that sacral area. If you have a west-facing window, it's pretty dazzly right now. Very nice. Just allow that brightness to flow in. Very nice. And it's like the sun shining in a golden room. Now, you repeat after me, I love and I trust my knowingness, my connection with creation, and my trusting of all that is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And repeat that over and over again. I love and trust my connectedness. I love my ability to create and the connection of all that is. I am thankful, thankful. Thank you very much. And just allow your love. Imagine that area as you can make anything you want. This is the place. This is the place within your body that you want free flow of energy at all times. So if something wants to come in, you're just going to say thank you. You're not going to judge it. You're not going to look for what's wrong. You're not going to look for how it's going to fail or how you can't do it. No, you're simply going to say, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll look at that. That sounds like a wonderful thing to look at. Very good. So we still have the bright, bright red. And now we have the golden right in the area of the uterus. Now allow that energy, just love it, and allow that energy to grow and fill almost blindingly that whole inside of your pelvic area there. Ooh, that's kind of dizzying. Just love that area so much. Allow that bright gold light to fill. Okay, invert, neutralize. And we're going to send in frequency 9. There we go. Frequency 11, frequency 9, frequency 2. Boom, boom, boom. Good. And the very next thing we're going to do is, once we have told ourselves how we love and trust our connection with the creative and with the universe, and how we welcome the abundance that creates. Because this is the abundance spot right there. Right there. That's why it's gold. So I love my uterus. How many times have you cussed your uterus in your life? More than once? No. I know, I used to cuss mine all the time. All right, so you love her. You love her, and you're thankful for the womb of creation. Now the next one up. I'd like you to notice that it's shaped differently. It seems to be a diamond shape instead of a circle. At least in me. Is it another? And maybe that's not me. Maybe that's somebody else. But imagine that tip of the diamond can dip, the bottom tip of this diamond shape can dip right into the golden light. And with that, it lights up that area. It's kind of blue-green cyan. Let it go. Pick it up. And then let it become the color that it wants to be, because it's not supposed to be blue-green. Let it become that color. Very nice. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that is the place where it is maybe it was murky because we have so much stuff. You notice that it feels sluggish and slow in there. So this is what we're going to do. Imagine that you're going to get a whirlpool going around and around and around. And it's just, as the light comes in, it's going to spin it faster and faster and faster and faster. And we're just going to let all the stuff spin out. Like the spin cycle in the washing machine. Just let all that crap just spin right out. And it's almost nauseating, isn't it? Ooh. Just let it go. Let it go. Wow. Yes. It's very nauseating. Okay. As I'm feeling everybody spinning out. And let it slow. And let it slow until you see it change in color. And now allow the light and the energy and the trust as it clears out to slowly fill that area. Yes, it's still kind of spinny. Whew. Very nice. Allow that energy. And this is what you say to this area. I trust the information as it comes to me. I am so thankful and grateful for my gut knowledge. I shall trust it and honor it because it is gifts of the universe sent directly to me. let that relax, let it settle until it becomes more of a glass half full of water. So it's settling. And let that water become anything, any color, any shape. Oh, somebody wants to get very, very big and round. Allow it to get big and round. Beautiful, big and round. Allow it almost like a balloon to grow and grow and grow. And that shiny surface of the balloon is your filter. This is our receiving part of our body. We receive so much information through there, which is why it's so tender and sore. But that balloon color, that thin membrane of the balloon, is where we're going to set what we will allow and what we don't allow. And so take your time in your mind and say, thank you for this beautiful membrane that is growing around my solar plexus. And this membrane will allow the goodness and the high vibrations of which my heart and soul choose, and it filters out the things that I fear will appear. And it filters out low vibrational, fearful things. But, of course, if there are lessons that I have yet to learn, I have no control over the filter. I promise, if things go through, to understand that this pain is my lesson. And it is not moment specific, but general. Most lessons seem like they're in the moment, like don't trust that guy ever again. But it's really when I have this feeling, when I'm around men of this type, my gut is telling me not to listen to them, but my brain tells my gut to shut up. So there's your big lesson. Once you learn to listen and honor the information that your gut is telling you, you'll have a lot fewer big painful lessons. Now, we're going to span 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers and releasing fear, anxiety, guilt, shame, longing, regret. And it's more like, oh, how dare you, indignant, how dare you. And then I should have got a medal, which is effort unrecognized. By the way, do it, don't do it, but don't ever expect a medal is what they're saying. So we're going to remove all those extra emotions, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. And release, 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 and release, 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 release. Oh, in there, and then release that. Release. Everybody, deep breath in, fill your belly wide, and exhale. There, quiet. I feel still now. One more belly breath in. This still feels very unsettled. We're finally going to add a little frequency 16. There we go. Frequency 16. It's okay to cry, guys. Or laugh. Or feel a sudden change. It's okay. Fill that area inside the balloon with the sparkle rainbow light of frequency 16. And when it dissipates and becomes pure nothingness, then you know. There we go. Okay, that's very dizzying. And next we're going to go, let that settle, they said. But next we're going to not connect, but we're going to go up one more to the green emerald. That is the next one up. And notice if it's still or spinning, if it's connected or not. Most people have it disconnected. And from the emerald down is where you want to connect, not from the solar plexus balloon up. Very good. Now allow that connect down. Now notice when it connects down, it wants to keep going all the way through to the bottom of the earth. Let it do it. Let it do it. Let it mingle with the others and connect on and gather power from the earth. Good. And in the heart, we are finding forgiveness of all. Forgiveness of sins, of omission or commission. Forgiveness of trespasses. Forgiveness of anything and everything that is diminishing your ability to receive, activate. All contracts signed either knowingly or unknowingly, with or without your knowledge, consent, or understanding, are hereby considered null, void, fulfilled, destroyed, uncreated, and deleted across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, and the spaces in between. And with love, activate. Okay, breathe in deeply into your chest. Expand your rib cage sideways and out in front and out in back. Just breathe like you're a barrel. And imagine the green light getting bigger and bigger and bigger and shining in this blinding light until you feel the pressure of it wanting to go up into the blue and up all the way to the purple. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. And this is where we set our rules. I choose abundance in all connections. I choose receiving of all goodness and light. I choose receiving of my knowingness fully. I choose receiving of anything and everything, whether or not I think it's to my benefit or not. If the universe chooses to send it to me, therefore it must have a goodness. That is my default rule. Even if it looks bad right now, I understand it is for my best. I choose the goodness in my life. I trust the universe as I trust myself. I trust the universe as a loving child trusts a loving parent. I trust the universe as I align myself with the love I have for my future, my goals, and myself. I raise my vibration 100, 200, 300, 400, invert, neutralize, activate. I choose to set my vibration to 500, activate. Everything and anything that I receive, I know is for my highest and greatest good. And I ask that my higher self set my receivers to receive as such. Activate. I know my throat chakra is open. I know my third eye is available for me as I choose. And I know my crown chakra is open and balanced with my root. Activate. Everything and anything that comes to me is always for my best and greatest good. I shall not sit in judgment, merely in trust. Because while it may not look perfect now, I know it will be perfect eventually. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I shall set my sights upon the mountain top and trust that I shall climb that mountain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am open to receiving abundance in all areas of my life. I receive abundance of energy from the earth. I receive abundance of love from my connections. I receive abundance of money and riches from my love of all that is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now sit back and relax. And notice if you feel balanced. If you don't feel balanced, shift some energy where it doesn't feel like it's fully running. Just have them all sort of running on the same frequency. 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. And notice if they're flickering or firm. If they're flickering, send some love. Ask your higher self to send love and trust. Because it is when we mistrust is when we close off. Either mistrusting ourselves, mistrusting our future, remembering badness of the past, or mistrusting others. So it is that level of not naive, you're not going to be naive, but you're going to trust that what comes to you is for your greatest and highest good. Now here's an example. So you want something. You set your intention for it. You work for it. You trust that it's going to come to you, and then it doesn't. And you get all mad and upset. But guess what? There's a very good chance that wasn't for you, and something even better is coming, and you've already set up the energy of receiving. So instead of closing down at that moment, get up and look around and see where the next one is coming from. That has happened to me more than once. Even though this thing didn't come, the next thing came very, very soon that was even better. And that's an example of a relationship. I had a relationship with a man that broke up that I never married just before the man that I married and have been married to for many, many years. You see, so all I did was set my intention to find my other half. And while I was upset, I understood that it was for the greatest good and that something even better was coming. And not 6 months later, Douglas and I connected. And not 6 months after that, we were married. So there you go. Just trust that the universe has your greatest good in mind. For it is when we are mistrusting in any area of our life that the energy becomes blocked and stagnant. Thank you so much. See you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.